my fellow people, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for always stopping by. I do really appreciate. To my returnees, I really hail Luna. Then if you're coming in for the very first time, please kindly subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button. Thank you guys for always stopping by. The matter wey dey ground now be say some members of the network of Emmanuel Television Partners don come say dem wan throw light for wetin dey happen for Synagogue Church. The person wey represent dem na Barrister Charles Sebakpo. The group dey talk say say their viewers and every other person around the world say by now they go dey feel say Synagogue Church go don dey more powerful, say but not knowing say devil dey wan destroy the legacy of the pastor just barely few months after he die. E dey talk say while the world is still coming to terms of the loss of the great man of God, say social media don turn things upside down with different video, voice notes, allegation and so many concerning wetin dey happen for church. All Christians out there will want to know the main reason behind such fearless cabals, which to date have done more harm to the church than the good. He said the world don't see the way dem disgrace and humiliate the disciples and they chase them out of the church, call them different names, say them be thief, them be murderer, they be money laundering and so many others. Even rumors say they waka, say they handcuff some, say but all those things, say time don't reach wey be say they go stop to dey entertain all those form of lies. Time don't also reach wey be say they go end all this problem wey be say e won't kill the church, the challenges wey be say e won't bring the church down. He said before now they don't interview the prophet when the prophet dey alive. Say and the interview dey for Emmanuel TV, newspapers and social platforms. And for the inside the interview, the prophet make am know say spiritual power, say na Jesus na him dey give spiritual power, no be am. As the prophet put am, he say spiritual power is bestowed by Jesus Christ himself and not TB Joshua. Prophet for like make e be say him wife dey anointed as he take dey anointed and play a leading role at the Synagogue Church, but he said only Jesus bestowed anointing and not him. Then on whom to take over from him? They say he make am clear say he get 5 prophets who have already taken over from him. But these 5 prophets now be the people wey they ask say now the 5 wise men. If now the 5 wise men, we know say 3 don't get their own church, 1 don't comot, but 1 still there for the church. So now the puzzle way people need to understand concerning that one. Then he consider talk say for the board of trustees, say them be 4 members and 1 secretary. The prophet is the chairman. Then they get Mrs. Evelyn, Evangelist Joseph David, and Miss Promise Joshua. Then for the reason wey be say only prophet and God na him know, he comot Mrs. Evelyn for November 2020. So the question one is tempted to ask was, why was Mrs. Evelyn removed by the prophets from the board of the trustees? Then he said the genesis of everything starts after the day wey be say dem do prophet Thanksgiving service. The day that the prophet passed on, the wife can automatically request say all workers make them start to dey report to her, make they tell her everything. And this na the thing wey be say she know they do before when the prophet die alive. She summoned the remaining trustees to meeting, say make they add her and her daughter back to the board of trustees. Even when the constitution clearly talks say the general overseer of the church must be led by someone who is spiritual head. Say but one of the trustees come advise say make they add other prophet, prophetess, evangelists and other disciples should be considered as well. Say after much series of meetings, they can't need to accept to put Mrs. Evelyn for dead, despite the fact say it go against their constitution. And since Mrs. Evelyn never dey involved in any spiritual matter, even when the prophet dey alive, the trustees come dey advise and say make he focus on powerful charity arm of the church, but she no gree. She say she won't take full responsibility, she won't take over, she won't dey in charge. Na there she for come take over, and na there all the whole matter can't change. The workers then, the security then come begin dey disrespect, they maltreat the prophet then, the disciples and all that. Even when they still try to approach Mrs. Evelyn, she no just give them ground. She say no ground again for all those kind peace. Say peace time don't pass. Say the only way to accept peace is for them to accept her the general overseer, but they no agree. And as they no agree, now there I can't begin they maltreat them. They bring many different allegations. Now I can't they implement what they call divide and rule method. Say before now for prayer mountains, the people where they stay there are the prophets, the junior prophets, evangelists and all that. Now then they stay there. Say on the 9th of September, the mountain now, police people come invade them. The police people come, arrest everybody, insult them, collect their money, tell them different things, say them be thief. that they are murderers. In fact, they call them different names. They collect their phones, their password, and sure they humiliated those disciples. These now people will be say then live their life for the prophet. Then live, they say they go die with the prophet. Now those people now, that same people now they humiliate. To the extent they even invite some people, some of them go EFCC. The daughter promise can't go ask him Nigerian immigration. Say make they can't repatriate some of those foreign disciples. Say they don't want them again. They don't need their services again. Say but now this same David, evangelist David Joseph, now he come from back, can't go meet, go Abuja for the headquarters content and say no, those people they no do bad thing. Dem say evangelist Joseph absent from synagogue premises that very day still cause so many commotion. They say don't pack money take run. Say also they come ask some local prophets and prophetess evangelists say make dem go back to their homes. Then on the issue of the church fitness and nutrition professional from Thailand who was found dead in his room, say the barrister come dey tok say the result of the autopsy don come out, say and e reveal say no foul play, but Mrs. Evelyn Joshua and im children wan use DPO of Ikotun division make dem establish crime against the disciples. Say na now the disciples now come dey really dey feel the absence of their father in the Lord. Mrs. Evelyn was appointed as the trustees of Synagogue Church without the consent of all members and therefore violating the Board of Trustees constitution. The group still dey maintain say the forceful and illegal establishment of Mrs. Evelyn Joshua as the leader of the Synagogue Church and also the indictment of the 20 prophets and prophetess for financial crime showed that they have been wrongfully persecuted and also strengthened the argument that EFCC indictment against the disciples were crafted purposely to implement the divide and rule strategy. But this is a test. The truth will always prevail. Division, offense, hatred, and anger have no place at Synagogue Church, as Prophet TB Joshua lived for love. He also dey talk say make all concerned viewers all over the world pray make God let unity prevail. Make God also make Mrs. Evelyn Joshua and others make dem come back to their senses and reconcile as a family and work together and find a long-lasting solution to this crisis. And that will really measure the level of devotion to Jesus and the prophet's legacy. Spiritual matter is not all about family status, but the will of God. It's only God that anoints and not man. Don't be fooled. The devil is there looking for who to devour. Okay, you guys have heard it now. Please drop your comment in the comment section and tell us what to think about all of this. Thanks for stopping by. I do really appreciate it.